Guys, welcome to an interesting video by Maximus. So today we're back with more Injustice Gods Among Us. So I've just finished recording the Godfall Superman review, and his challenge is still active, obviously. So as I said in the previous video, I will be skipping over Animated Batman Beyond since I don't have him at level 50 yet, although he is at Elite 7 already. So today in this video, I'm gonna be reviewing Raven Prime, if you will. So, anyway, so let's take a look at Raven over here. Actually, I think we missed her. Alright, she's over here. I missed her completely. So anyway, Raven's one of the most useful characters in the game. So, before we start, let's quickly take a look. So, first off, how you get her is she can be gotten through the challenge booster packs, as well as if you've completed her challenge previously or you complete the upcoming challenge, which is what probably most of you will be doing, then you can buy her promotions. Besides that, she is also probably going to be in the unreleased sorcery pack. Don't quote me on that because, you know, it's unreleased. No one knows. That's just the rumor. So anyway, let's take a look at the stats at Elite 7 level 50. So she ends up with around 35,500 damage as well as a 63,000 health. So as you can see, the health and damage stats are not very high. The damage and health are pretty low, I'd say. So anyway, yeah. So let's take a look at the support enhancements. So first off, we have Arella for health. We have Trigon for damage, and lastly, we have Azarath for energy regeneration, which is probably her home or something. So her special one is Twilight's End, same as all Ravens. Technically there are only 2 Ravens, but yeah. Then we have Soul Crush, which does a ton of damage and is really useful in conjunction with her character specific gear. Then we have Dark Sin, so which is her super move. So next we'll be taking a look at the design. So as you can see, she looks really demonic. The design is great. You can see all those various patterns on her, I don't know what that is, her shirt or whatever. So it looks really nice. Then we have the face. The face actually looks kind of scary-ish. Not really, but they did make a good effort. And then we have those claws, which produce magic and all. So then the cape, really nice. You can see the detail, the raggedness of the cape. And again, more detail on the suit. I'm just gonna call it the suit. So yeah, so this is where she really stands out as her passive. So Demonic Rage, twice per match when Raven is below 20% health, she swaps health with the opponent. So pretty much this is self-explanatory, but if you didn't get that, I'll just explain it anyway. So basically, when your opponent hits you to below 20% health, you basically exchange health with your opponent. So basically, if let's say your opponent is at full health, he just gets off a special and puts you down all the way to, like, let's say 18% health. He'll basically now have 18% of his health and you'll have 100% of your health. That's basically it. It's just calculated in percentages. So that's how it works. And this character twice. So basically, if you think about it, basically that means Raven pretty much knocks out 2 of the other team's characters automatically, technically, if you see it that way. But then again, remember, if she does not hit below 20% health, the passive will not activate. So basically, the best way to counter her is to just hit her with a strong one-hit move when she's slightly above 20% health. That's probably the best way of getting rid of her without triggering the passive if you're facing her. But then again, she's one of the best characters in the game, especially on multiplayer and all. She may not be the best on multiplayer, but she sure is irritating. Like, you have to basically plan around her and her passive. So anyway, I'm going to be recommending some gears. And for Raven herself, she has a ton of gear combos that she can use. So first off, is kind of a basic attacker-ish combo. Alright, actually, never mind. We're going to talk about health first. So since her passive relies a ton on health, in order to increase the chance of it activating without someone knocking you out, you can actually place like 3 health gears or so. Like, basically just put in any health gear you see, such as the cybernetic exoskeleton, which gives more health and it even lets you heal on special 2. So then we have this second combination, which I thought out. This combination consists of her demonic cloak itself, her character specific gear, the diamond tipped claws, as well as, if I can find it, as well as Ra's al Ghul's scimitar. So basically with this combo, it's pretty unique. So with her character specific gear, you gain more power generation, because why not? We have crit chance on special 2, which is great, because as I said before, special 2 does a ton of damage. Then we have life drain chance on special 2, so basically you can gain a ton of health as well. Then we have the diamond tipped claws, which gives extra damage to special 2 again on special 2. So then we have 45% crit chance on basics, which allows you to deal more damage, combined with the 50% damage boost to basic attacks, as well as 1 bar of starting power, which is really useful. Then she has 11% chance of 100% chance of power drain on combo ender, and each hit on combo ender does 11% power drain. So at this point in time, I forgot to point out about her combos. I forgot to talk about that before the gear. Anyway, let's just do it now. So her heavy combo is a 3-hit heavy combo and does not knock down the opponent. It pushes the opponent back slightly, which could be used to your advantage. And for her light combo, it's 3 hits followed by a 2-hit combo ender. So that basically means you drain 22% of their power, which is really useful. So with this combo, you can basically swap out one of these cards, probably not the demonic cloak, probably can swap out the diamond tipped claws for health gear, such as just now the cybernetic exoskeleton. I'm not going to go back there. Cybernetic exoskeleton, so that basically gives you even more heal on special 2 in addition to the life drain, and it gives you more health. So if you want, you can even swap out 2 of them for health on special 2, although I don't really recommend it. And as you can see up there, I'm running low on blue shards, but that's besides the point. So the final recommendation I have is the entire 4th world set, because especially on multiplayer. So let's, oops, that was not supposed to happen. I say click the back button as I was about to tap on the 4th world set, but anyway, yeah, I missed her again. I don't know why I can't seem to find her, but anyway. So as I was saying, the whole 4th world set, or at least 2-piece, because in Raven's case, the 2-piece is actually useful, unlike most other characters who use the 4th world set for the healing itself. So firstly, the 4th world mace, it focuses on special 2, which is what Raven is all about. So in Raven's case, although when you use the 4th world set, technically you'll be getting off special 1, so but special 2 is always an option, so it basically gives damage and power draining to special 2, not that useful in the 4th world set itself. And then we have the helmet, which gives increased power generation, more blocking. So the blocking is really useful, since with the blocking, you have a high chance of the health switch. So let's say you're using offensively, you're using Raven offensively and not putting it on multiplayer defense. Your opponent try to knock you out, but you block it and it stops a ton of more damage, and you trigger the health switch, which is what you want, so that's really useful. So next you have stun chance on tag, and that one doesn't really matter. So then this one, we have 40% more health increase, which is the most amount of health you can get in the game, and as I said with Raven, you really want the health. So then we have 30% chance to reflect all specials while blocking. That basically means that you might be able to take less damage from specials, which is really useful. Take no damage from basic attacks, 1 in 5 chance is pretty useful as well, although it doesn't have that big of a use. Then now we come to the main event, which is the 4th world set properties. Even with the 2-piece, which is the helmet and the chest plate, you wouldn't be wanting to use the mace. You get, in fact, actually the mace could be useful if it's 2-piece, but anyway. So we have 31% health restored and KO'd. So technically, when you upgrade your gear to the maximum, it's good, but in this case, technically it isn't, since when you restore 31% health, your passive will not trigger. However, if you have it upgraded less, it would trigger the moment your opponent touches you. So that would be great. But then again, you're not gonna not upgrade your 4th world set just for Raven. It wouldn't make sense at all. So anyways, then we have a 6%. What are we talking about? So we have a 100% chance of 6% health regen from the special one. Basically, that means is that Every time you use special 1, you get 6% health regen. That's basically what it means. So that is really useful because it just makes her keep healing, and it pretty much makes her really hard to knock out. And then again, you have to worry about the health swap. So that's just a ton of things to worry about. That's why I like Raven so much. So for our first test, we're going to be leaving in this combo. Then I'm going to show you the 4th wheel set. Although in this scenario, the 4th wheel set isn't that useful. So I'm going to be recommending some teammates, and we're going to go to bonus battle 7 to make our lives a little bit harder to perhaps show off the passive. So as you can see, our Superman team is still on. And okay, that was weird, but could that be another glitch? But anyway, we're just going to start by level. It's getting real complicated. So anyways, I'm going to be recommending some teammates here. And I recommend 3 teammates altogether, and you can pick and choose among those. And I probably just missed her again. I have no idea what's wrong with me. I keep missing Raven. So anyway, there's Raven. So the first person that you want on the team is 600 Wonder Woman. Because 600 Wonder Woman, she boosts female characters by 30% damage and power generation. And since Raven is female, obviously, she will get the boost. The second one is a toss-up between Killer Frost and Batgirl. Because Killer Frost's dampening could be really useful. But then again, Batgirl gives you 1 bar of stunning power. In this case, I feel Killer Frost is probably more appropriate, probably more useful. I think Batgirl is useful, especially when you're using the 4th wheel set. Especially when you're using the 4th wheel set on multiplayer. Then when you start with 1 bar, your opponent damages you a bit, you start healing straight away, and that's really, really irritating. I hate when that happens. So anyway, let's jump into the first fight, and let's see how it goes. I'm going to be showing off her special 2 and maybe her super move if we gain enough power. So we start with 1 bar, and that's from the Rachel Go Scimitar. So there we go. There's the 2-hit combo ender. As you can see, we have taken a hit now. So this is the Soul Crush. It's basically just a rapid tap on the big circle, and I can't even count how many times it hits. So this is her heavy. If I can get it through. Alright, actually no. Joker does not want me to get it through, but let's quickly drain him up before he hits us with the special 1. So as you can see, we just prevented Joker from hitting special 1 twice. And this is the heavy combo. It's just basically 3 normal hits and a pushback. So there we go, that is the Demonic Rage. So we switch health with the Joker, as you can see. So let's get the Soul Crush off on Harley, and we hit the Joker out with the last hit as well. So that's great. So as you can see, there's real great use of Raven there. So in the second match, we can only use special 1. So let's hit into Raven. Let's give her the 4th wheel set. See how useful she is. Although this really isn't a tough battle. Let's put on the 4th wheel set. The entire thing. I'm going to let myself get damaged on purpose. So as to try to trigger the passive. Although on Containment Doomsday, this pretty much is not useful at all, since Doomsday will just revive anyway. So this is a pretty bad example. Bad decision on my part. But anyway, let's unleash on him. So as you can see, we do a ton of less damage with this setup, and that's why I don't like this setup. So anyway, we're already at 3 bars, but we can't show off the super or whatever, because, you know, we're kind of stuck here. So Superman is in. And this is pretty much a terrible battle to show off anything, because we can only use special 1, and he's not damaging us. We couldn't even show off the 4th wheel set heal, so I'm just gonna let him hit us. He has 1 bar. See if he's gonna hit us with a Flying Punch. Come on. Alright, there we go. Flying Punch doesn't even do that much damage, and Solomon Grundy's in. Let's just get Solomon Grundy out. We don't want Solomon Grundy in here. There goes Solomon Grundy. Superman back in. And we're going to hit a unblocked Twilight. And as you can see, we have a great heal from the 4th wheel set, which is pretty good for Raven's longevity. So, but overall, still, this is a pretty bad battle to show this off. But yeah, so with that, it makes your health swap more likely. And why is that so, you might ask? Because let's say they have you at 30% health and you start healing, then they give a big special, but ends up you left like a tiny bit of health left. You'll trigger the health up and they're basically doomed. So Yeah. I'm just getting 1 minute shield toss here. And alright, this battle's pretty sucky. Let's just quit out. This isn't showing anything for Raven, so that's pretty terrible. Let's restart the battle. Let's go back to the first battle. And let's see if we can show up anything here. The reason why the first battle is so hard because the Joker is there. That's number one. And secondly, we have radiation active. So that's yeah. So let's let ourselves get hit a little bit. We do have quite a ton of power generation. All right, let's show off the super on Harley Quinn. So here is the super, and basically Harley is transported into this other world where she gets beat up, and then Trigon appears and just shoots him the eye lasers and just gets rid of her. So let's see where the Joker is going for a special one. There is the bang. All right, no health swamp there because we blocked it, and with the 4 full set, it's no problem at all. So I'm gonna start healing again, and when the Joker gets back to special one, so we're gonna start healing again. Here we go. Joker's almost knocked out though, so we're starting to regenerate quite a ton. Let's get hit on. All right, he did not want to hit us with special one, but I want to get hit on special one on purpose. So I'm gonna get off special one. Try to not knock out the Joker. There we go. So we're gonna start healing here, and let's get hit on special one on purpose. And health swap. All right, one thing I forgot to point out here is the health swap does not trigger if your opponent's health is below yours, so it's smart enough to know that your passive shouldn't be used against you. Actually, technically, it can be, and it will be. But basically, when your opponent's health is below yours, even if you're below 20% health, let's say you have 15% health and your opponent has 3% health, you are not going to switch with your opponent, so the passive only triggers when it favors you. It does not trigger when you don't want it to, so that's another great point about Raven Prime's passive. So anyway, so personally, I think the 4 full set on her, it makes it for a pretty boring fight, especially on single player. Although when putting on multiplayer defense, that could prove to be pretty good. But I really like this set. The set that I recommended. I don't know if anyone actually uses this combo itself. But I really like this combo because it makes use of her 2-hit combo ender as well as a special 2. It makes it pretty fun as well since you're dealing a ton of basic damage. So yeah, I'm just gonna show that off one last time, and I'm gonna recharge all my characters right here. So let's jump right into the fight for the 3rd time in this bonus battle 7 battle 1. So starting with 1 bar is great. Then we can try to get off a special 2 real fast. There we go, we're already at 2 bars. So, I'm gonna wait for an opening. Not there. And Harley's just relentless. Alright, there we go. Quickly get this off. So as you can see, look at the amount that we healed. We're about like less than half health. And we managed to heal back up. So let's hit it on the Joker as well. Joker blocks it, but that's fine. It allows me to show off. Oops. So that is pretty much a backfire. So that's what you don't want to happen. Just so that, actually, I did not want to show that off. I want to show off the health switch, but that kind of failed epically. So a lot of times that happens, especially on tough battles. Remember, always block the special, because when you don't block, it's just gonna wipe you out like that. I did this many times with Raven because I always think that she's gonna do the health swap for me, so I purposely not block like that, and then it backfires because the special is enough to just wipe Raven completely out in one shot, even though she's like at, I don't know, 60% health just now. I'm not sure, but that was quite high in at least in my view. So yeah, that was pretty fail. But anyway, thanks for watching this video on the Raven review, and